A single fire throws moving pictures on a cave wall. 10,000 years ago, a small band huddles on a windy steppe. Smoke is sharp in the air. Fat crackles on the flame. Here, the storyteller weaves trails and rivers into memory. Mastering fire and narrative, humanity learns to cooperate, to plan, to wander ever farther. But the greatest story was yet to be written, not in memory, but in the soil itself. As seeds take root near steady water, the long wandering slows to a halt. At dawn on the Nile, a reed stylus kisses wet clay. A new world is being recorded. Fields swell into granaries, and this surplus of food gives rise to specialists, priests, soldiers, and kings. Along the great rivers, from the Nile to the Tigris and Euphrates, farming births cities, writing and law. Monuments rise to touch the heavens, and shared beliefs anchor communities in time. With stored grain and common rules, strangers can live as neighbors. But this new scale presents a new question. How do you govern a world of strangers? The answer was to make distance predictable and promises binding. Trust was scaled to the size of empires, forged in the heat of a common coin and paved with imperial roads. Rome codified laws, while its garrisons kept the peace. In the east, the Maurya and Han dynasties knit vast realms together with edicts, markets, and a class of scholars. Bureaucracies turned harvest into power and roads into reach. Overland on the Silk Roads and across the Indian Ocean, a compass might travel beside a roll of scripture, braiding cultures together. Our cities, currencies, and governments still run on these ancient logics. Even our digital networks echo the caravan paths of old. But when land routes faltered, ambition turned to the open sea. A young pilot stands on a creaking caravel in the early 16th century, the scent of tar and hemp thick in the air. Across these new oceans, worlds collide. A single potato, lifted from Andean soil, remakes the European diet. But new connections carry new sorrows. The chains of the Atlantic slave trade build empires on suffering, even as the maps of the world are redrawn. As the maps of the world expanded, so too did the maps of the mind. In quiet workshops, telescopes revealed a new cosmos, and reason began to question the old certainties. A radical idea spread through pamphlets and whispers that power comes from consent, not from birthright. In 1789, that idea erupted in the streets, shattering an old order. This new world would be powered not by muscle, but by steam. Fossil energy drove mills and rails, wiring the globe for commerce and for conflict. By 1914, these connections pulled the world into war. By 1945, its ruin demanded new institutions. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the wiring became instantaneous. Ideas, capital, and culture now move at the speed of light, connecting scattered communities and igniting global conversations. But with each connection, the stakes grow higher. The systems that link us also steer our choices, shaping what we learn, how we work, and who we trust. And as our world draws ever tighter, we must now trace how these ancient forces of connection and conflict continue to shape our identity, our memory, and our future.